We have brought out all the guns for this lake and the property around it. So check out what we've got set. This is just an absolutely beautiful February day. Happy Valentine's. Came back to the big lake today and we've actually done some good. We've got 2 catches and 1 getaway, and we'll explain that as we go. Right here is our first catch. This is the exact same site that we had the beaver in yesterday in the 330 with no H stand. So this must be a very regular crossover place. So we'll get this one out and get this trap set back and hopefully get another one tonight. This one we think may be a little bigger than the one we got yesterday. It's a challenge getting it out of the trap because he was deep in there. You see where his shoulders and abdomen were in there. So
that's what you call suitcase. He got all the way through it.
Yeah. Well, let's get this trap reset and get to our other one.
Yep.
All right, we got that 330 reset. So let's walk over here and check out this other one. It's not nearly as big, and it's actually on the back side. I don't know if this is just a little pond or something. We haven't found a culvert or anything that comes through there, but we know beavers come through there. So we'll get this dude out and see how big he is. Yeah, man, I thought this one was a little one, but like Troy Landry says, it ain't no baby.
No,
He had her H stand turned upside down and the legs stuck in the bank, so we'll get him out of this 330 and show you the reset. All right, that 330 is reset and brushed in just a little bit. Here's a little bit closer look at this fella. Again, there's my number 10 boot beside him. That's 2 really good ones. Right up here, our trap was a little bit out of the water, and that's not how we set it. So
yeah, I got it readjusted.
Yep, looks like the water up here has gone down 3 or 4 inches maybe, wouldn't you say, Danny?
Yes.
So, all right, we got more traps to put out, so we're gonna get busy. We're getting a few snares put in on some of these crossovers just to increase our numbers. So what you got going on, Danny?
Right here, you can tell these rocks right here have got a film on them. But this one right here, where the beaver's been coming up through here, it's slick as everything. So that's one of the reasons we wanted to put one right here. This one right here, because he's coming out from the lake, coming up here, he's going right in.
Yep. And then on the other side, we don't have enough traps to set every side of every crossover, but we're getting a few in. Maybe increase our numbers tomorrow above 2.
Absolutely. One little thing about it, we're wondering why are they coming into this little pool or pond or whatever it is, because this is where we just about caught every one of them, except for on the other end of the levee down here where we got our footholds at.
I would have thought they were coming back here to feed, but I don't really see a whole lot of cuttings, do you?
I don't.
So they're still crossing over, so that's where we're gonna put our sets. This is just about 15 feet over from where we caught the beaver. Got that 330 put back in. We dropped a snare here, and this looks to be another crossover that's currently being used. There's feeding sticks there, and the grass is worn down, so one more snare. This is their spillway. It is very nice. It's got a couple of places right here that the water runs out over the big riprap type rock. You can see where they've just dug out with the backhoe where the beavers had come over here and blocked this up. And all this brush that's here now, they have started putting back. So we kind of brushed in a little trench right there, put that 330 in, so that when they come to work on the dam, maybe we'll grab one. And while I was working on this one, Danny was working on one right around there. We're working pretty hard on beaver here, but we also are putting out some coyote sets while we're here. Right here is a dirt hole that we've got that's got some of our H1 misted right up above it. Got some homemade bait down in the dirt hole. This is just a crossing place, multiple trails coming across the levee, so this will be a good stopping point. Right here we've got a little green field area that's crisscrossing about, looks like maybe paths going off in 4 different directions. We saw some bobcat and coyote footprints here, so we've put a dirt hole in. We've got some homemade bait and our H1 with some bobcat urine here, and fully expect to catch one of the 2. This is another great crossroads on this property with logging trails going in 4 different directions. So we doubled up here. Danny put in a scent post set right here using that rock, and he's got coyote gland lure there on that rock. And then across the way, I put in a dirt hole set over here, and it's got some of our homemade bait down in the dirt hole with H1 misted on the backing there, the straw and grass that I pulled up there. Got maybe a couple of more places that we're going to try to get some put in before we run out of daylight. So let's get on this side by side and go. Got a little green field right here, trail coming. And then right here it splits and goes off in 2 directions, and we really want to put a trap right there at the point. But we just didn't have another one with us. We got this one put in right here on the side. We chose this because it's a higher elevation. We've got some of Jim Tate's Fire and Twister. And then we've got a piece of a beaver's foot down in the dirt hole. So, wonderful property. Over 200 feet in elevation change from the highest to the lowest point. So we really expect several catches here tomorrow between coyotes and beavers both. This is one of our beaver floats. It has a 330 on it, and there's some grass with some food lure there to encourage that beaver to come up onto that float. There's a fiberglass rod that's kind of anchoring it in place, and then you can see we've got a cable coming back to rebar right here at the edge of the water, just for insurance. But we're going after them with everything we got.